Imagine walking into a shelter filled with wagging tails and hopeful eyes, every life waiting for a second chance. Good day, everyone. My name is Nur Hazwani, and today I would like to talk about a deeply important issue, the social impact of pet overpopulation and why we should choose to adopt and not shop. Each year, millions of cats and dogs are left in shelters across the country. Many of them once belonged to family but were later abandoned. These animals are not broken or dangerous. They are healthy, affectionate, and simply in need of a home. Unfortunately, despite the growing number of animals in need, many people continue to buy pets from breeders or pet shops. Often, they don't realize that this contributes to overbreeding and leaves shelter animals behind. This demand fuels unethical breeding practices and increase the burden on overcrowded shelters. This is where we as a society can make a difference. Choosing adoption over shopping is not just a personal choice, it's a social responsibility. By adopting, we are not only giving a pet a home, but we are saving lives and helping to reduce the demand for mass breeding. It's a start toward a more compassionate and responsible community where we care for the vulnerable and speak up for those who are voiceless. Of the solution, visit your local shelter or rescue organization and choose to adoption. Spread the message, support responsible pet ownership, and help reduce pet overpopulation. Remember, adoption is not just an option, it's a solution. Thank you.
Adoption shop. So, from academic perspective, pet ownership has become an increasingly common part of our modern life. So, more people are choosing to own pets for companionship, emotional support, and also lifestyle enrichment. As a result, the pet industry has grown substantially, generating significant economic activity through the sale of pets, pet food, healthcare, grooming services, and accessories. So many people opt to purchase their pets from breeders or pet stores, often paying high prices for specific breeds. So this demands reflects the growing importance of pets in society and highlights the expanding market value of the pet industry. However, this upward trend in commercial pet purchasing has also led to several serious economic and also ethical complications. A major issue here is the rise of unethical breeding practices, particularly in facilities known as puppy mills. So these commercial breeding operations are prioritize profit over animal welfare, often keeping animals in overcrowded and also unsanitary conditions. There are many examples from the news also. So pets from such sources may appear healthy at first but often suffer from genetic disorders or poor yearly care, leading to expensive veterinary bills that owners did not anticipate. So this creates a financial burden, especially for first-timer or low-income pet owners. So at the same time, animal shelters across the country are experiencing overcrowding due to the increasing number of abandoned and also surrendered animals. Many of these shelters rely on limited public funding or charitable donations to for them to operate. And also, as more animals are taken in, the cost of food, medical care, and staffing continues to rise. So this put pressure on municipal budget and non-profit organization (NPO), making it very difficult to provide adequate care. From an academic perspective, this results in a misallocation of sources, while significant sums of money are spent on purchasing pets, countless adoptable animals in shelters remain without homes. So, to address these interconnected problems, promoting pet adoption from shelters offers a cost effective and ethically responsible solution. So, adopting a pet is generally more affordable than buying one from a breeder or pet store, and shelter animals are typically vaccinated, neutered or spayed, and health checked, reducing the likelihood of unexpected costs. Encouraging adoption helps relieve the financial and operational burden on animal shelters by reducing overcrowding and allowing resources to be directed more efficiently. So, furthermore, by choosing adoption over commercial purchasing, consumers can help shift demand away from exploitative breeding industries. So, this redirection of consumer spending can reduce the profitability of unethical breeders and strengthen support for human community-based animal care systems. From a broader economic standpoint, this creates a more sustainable pet economy, which are one that supports animal welfare, reducing public spending, and offers financial relief to pet owners. So, in conclusion, addressing the economic issues surrounding by pet ownership requires a change in consumer behavior itself. So, by promoting and normalizing pet adoption from shelters, we not only protect animals and reduce financial waste, but also foster a more compassionate and efficient system. So, this shift benefits individuals, our communities, and the economy as a whole. Thank you.
Earlier, my friend about the economic perspective, how buying pets from breeders or pet shops can be expensive for owners and also increase the burdens on animal shelters. Now, I will continue the discussion by looking at the issue from an environmental perspective, because pet overpopulations doesn't just affect people or animals, it also affects our planet. To breed and raise pets, breeder needs a lot of natural resources. They use water for cleaning and feeding, electricity for run their facilities, and food in large quantity to feed the animals. These resources are used every single day, and on top of that, the process produce a lot of waste, such as animal waste and the packaging materials, especially plastics. When this waste is not managed properly, it pollutes the environment and harms the earth in the long run. The problem becomes more worse when many animals are bred but not enough adopted. Many of these animals are abandoned and become strays. These stray animals doesn't just live on the streets, they also affect nature. For example, they may hunt smaller wild animals, spread disease to other pets or humans, and disturb the nature balance of the local ecosystems. In rural areas, they can even damage crops or enter forests, which threaten the wildlife. So, the more we support buying from breeders, the more we contribute to overbreeding, resources waste, and environmental harm. One of the best ways we can solve this issue is by adopting animals from shelters. Adoption doesn't only save lives, it also helps reduce the needs for breeding. When fewer people buy pets, breeders won't have a reason to produce so many animals. This reduces the use of water, food, and electricity. It also lowers the amount of waste created by the pet industry. Plus, it gives abandoned animals a second chance at a loving home. In conclusion, adopting pets is not just a kind, kind act for animals. It also an environmentally responsible choice. We can help reduce pollution, save resources, and protect our ecosystem simply by choosing to adopt instead of shop. Every small action we take matters. So let's work together to create a cleaner, kinder, and more sustainable world by choosing adopt, don't shop. Thank you.
Lastly, from ethical perspective, pet overpopulation is a widespread problem in many countries. Many of these animals are healthy and adaptable, yet due to unplanned litters, irresponsible breeding, and abandonment leads to overcrowded shelters and in many cases the heartbreaking necessity of euthanasia. For instance, shelters often operate beyond capacity, struggling to provide adequate care for all animals. Animal shelters are overwhelmed with stray or abandoned pets, especially cats and dogs. Many of these animals face euthanasia due to limited resources and space. Meanwhile, Commercial breeders and pet stores continue to breed and sell animals, often prioritizing profit over welfare. The demand for specific breeds fuels puppy mills and backyard breeders, where animals often suffer in inhuman conditions such as overcrowding, poor medical care, and relentless breeding cycles. Buying pets from breeders or pet shops often contributes to the demand for breeding animals, sometimes under inhuman conditions. These facilities prioritize profit over animal welfare, leading to neglect and suffering. The demand for specific breeds fuels unethical practices, where animals are bred in poor conditions for profit, leading to health and behavioral issues. While some breeders adhere to ethical practices, others prioritize profit over the health and welfare of the animals, contributing to overpopulation through unplanned litters or unethical breeding practices. Additionally, commercial pet breeding often involves unethical conditions. The ethical dilemma arises because buying from breeders, especially those who engage in unethical practices, perpetuates overpopulation and animal suffering. While some breeders might be responsible, many prioritize profit over animal welfare, contributing to genetic health issues and mistreatment. Additionally, some adoptable pets may have behavioral or medical challenges, which can complicate adoption decisions for some households. There is also a niche debate within the animal welfare community about balancing ethical breeding and rescue efforts, recognizing that both can coexist if held to high standards. Ethically, humans have a responsibility to prevent unnecessary animal suffering. Volunteering at animal shelters and offering to foster animals are other impactful ways to support these organizations. By volunteering, individuals can help with daily care activities such as feeding, grooming, and exercising the animals. Fostering involves providing temporary homes for animals until they can be adopted permanently. This not only relieves overcrowding in shelters, but also offers the animals a home environment where they can thrive and receive individualized attention. In conclusion, financial contribution, volunteering, fostering, and spreading awareness about adoption are all impactful ways to make a difference. Let's stand together as advocates for change, fostering a society where responsible pet guardianship and adoption are celebrated and prioritized. By spreading awareness, educating communities, and championing compassion, we pave the way for a future where animal finds a loving home and overpopulation become a relic of the past. Together, we can make a significant difference in the lives of countless animals awaiting for their forever families. Saving one animal will not change the world, but for that one animal, its world will change forever. That's all from us. Thank you.